Chris.
Yeah.
12 and 12 at home.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, just what's
the topic of the day.
Yeah.
When you look at the splits, it comes down to the defense. The defensive energy is just, we're bottom 3, 5 in like transition, rebounding, on ball, contain, off ball kind of pursuit. Like it's just kind of effort categories. So I don't know what it is about our home approach, but on the road we're either top 10 or average in all those categories. So the splits are pretty dramatic. So challenge the guys to change their approach, and we got to change some things about how we prepare here at home too.
It seems like counterintuitive, right? Because usually you have that energy at home. It seems like more. So is that?
I mean, honestly, this to me has been a 12-month malaise at home. I mean, we were really, really good at home to start last season, and that manifests itself to start the game, and really good in the third quarters. And then around about January last year, we kind of went through a period where we were pretty mediocre at home, I'd say, and we weren't very good at home in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what it is,
And I mean, the crowd has been good, right?
Yeah, listen, getting great crowds. I know they're frustrated. I think sometimes they boo us unnecessarily. That's kind of a bummer, but sometimes we're deserving of it. But I think in general, it's we need to create our own energy at home, regardless of what the crowd's doing.
When you say challenge them to change their approach, does that mean how they go about their day, what you guys do here?
Well, I think it starts with them just evaluating how they do go about their day. Like, the benefit I've always found on the road is that it's you reverse engineer the day. Everything that is through the day is, hey, like we tip off at this time, we meet at this time, the buses start rolling at this time, lunch is at this time, shoot around at this time, media, morning meeting is at this time. Like, it's all very structured. And, at home, like there's parts of the day which it's up to them, about when they get to the arena. Obviously, they try to find their own routine, and most of them stick to it. But what they do in between those times, I don't know, or the mindset that they show up at the arena at. That's all individual. I can't expect that.
Is it so? Like before the game, the immediate hours before a game, guys are working out with their PD coaches. You guys have meetings. That's pretty structured, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, once they come, there's they're all on a timetable.
Yeah.
Once they come, so.
Jaylen Clark's been getting quite a few minutes. Just what have you seen out of his minutes that's kind of sparked that insert into the rotation?
Yeah, really, really good defense. Super solid. Hasn't made any massive mistakes. Hasn't hurt the team at all. Has been really cutting well, taking shots within the flow of the offense, knocking down some threes. Off ball baseline cuts have been really good. Just competing. All the things you would hope for.
You've had a team that seems like go on winning streaks and they go on losing streaks.
Yeah.
Almost as long as the winning streaks were.
Yeah.
What's the key to just fighting back and preventing this from sliding into one of those?
Yeah, I think the first key for us right now is recognizing, why we've been so lackluster at home. Trying to address that. Trying to figure out the things that we can repeat. Feels like we find something that we can do well over and over again, and then we just kind of go away from it. Having more of a sense of urgency. I think just not just to start games, but maintaining that all throughout. I think in general, we've challenged the guys over the last couple weeks just to have more of a sense of urgency about where we are relative to the Western Conference. We have to play like that, and it's going to be a mental grind. It's not of course physically you have to put the work in, but it starts with your mindset. It's every night these games are all so meaningful, and I've said it before. I'm not sure the average NBA player is cut out to play 82 meaningful games. You don't have the mindset for it. But this year's different. It's unique in that way. And we don't have cushion, and we didn't give ourselves cushion with a lot of early season, slip-ups. or part of the learning curve or whatever it is. But now we gotta have a different approach.
When do you hope to know more about Julius and Mike Howell?
Today. Yeah, today. I've been told today we should have some clarity. Yeah, so.
You talked about it in the past. Does this just kind of continue to feel more and more like 2 years ago all over again in some way?
In some ways, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But I think it's a little more frustrating than, because some of the things that we're not able to do on a nightly basis, I know we can do, and I've seen us do it. And so that's more of the frustration part.
That was the thing, like a couple weeks ago, you're like, feels like maybe, okay, we're finding things, or even just
I mean, I feel like if you look at the longer trends over periods of time, we are moving in the right direction, but we still have these moments, or maybe they're fatal flaws. I don't know, maybe we'll never recover from them, but we gotta keep trying.
The consistency to make it an identity.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Chris, how do you manage that mindset grind that you're talking about? If this 82 games, every game means something, is too much, or they're what can you do to help?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we try not to live and die with every result, but we have to try to get our approach and our mental toughness to a certain level, or we're not gonna or we're gonna go through it anyway. So that's really kind of what I think. That's again an individual thing. We've been pretty, I'd say, cautious with their physical state, reduced shoot-arounds. There's been no correlation to whether we shoot around or late meet or early meet or no meet or whatever. There's been no correlation to how we've prepared and how it's carried over. We've been good and bad in every situation. So I think that's a little bit of a frustration too. So yeah.